Have you ever felt like your body just isn't keeping up the way it used to? Maybe getting out of bed takes more effort, walking feels slower, or the energy you once had now fades by mid-afternoon. It's easy to believe this is just what happens with age, that slowing down is something we're supposed to accept. But here at Golden Minds, I'm here to tell you, you don't have to settle for that. In today's video, I'm going to share 5 simple yet powerful daily habits that can help you regain strength, boost energy, and feel more alive, no matter your age. These aren't complicated routines or expensive programs. They're small, practical changes that anyone can start right away, and when done consistently, they can make a huge difference in how you move, sleep, and feel each day. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about reclaiming the power you still have right now. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's never too late to build a healthier, more vibrant life. And I really encourage you to stick with me until the end, because the last 2 habits I'll share might just transform the way you approach each day. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Minds and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you find this helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone you care about. Let's take the first step together. Practice 1. Move every hour. Protect your freedom one step at a time. If you're still with me, I want to start with a habit that may seem small but carries enormous power. Move every hour. It doesn't sound revolutionary, right? But don't underestimate how simple movement, done regularly, can protect your freedom more than any medication or supplement ever could. Let me tell you about Daniel, a 74-year-old retired postman who spent decades on his feet. After retirement, he looked forward to relaxing. And like many of us, his days slowly shifted from active to still. He'd wake up, make coffee, sit down to read the paper, and somehow, most of the day was spent in a chair. At first it felt normal, but gradually he started noticing stiffness in his hips. His knees would ache when he stood. Walking even short distances became tiring. What was happening? Daniel wasn't ill. He was inactive. Too much sitting, even if you're otherwise healthy, weakens your circulation, stiffens your joints, and quietly robs you of your strength. And what's worse, you might not notice the damage until it's already made everyday tasks feel harder. That's why this habit is so important. Move every single hour. You don't need to run laps or take up sports. Just interrupt long periods of sitting. Stand up. Stretch your arms. March in place while watching TV. Walk to the kitchen and refill your water. Take a lap around your home or step outside for a breath of fresh air. Think of movement as your body's daily tune-up. Every time you stand and stretch, you're telling your muscles, I still need you. You're keeping the blood flowing, your joints mobile, and your independence intact. And the benefits go beyond physical health. Regular movement improves brain function, reduces anxiety, and boosts your mood. It brings more oxygen to your brain and helps you feel mentally sharper, especially when you're feeling sluggish or foggy. What helped Daniel most was setting a timer on his phone. Just a gentle reminder every 60 minutes to get up and move. At first it felt silly, but within a few weeks his body felt different. Lighter, looser, more alive. What once felt like stiffness became strength returning. All from something as simple as a few minutes of movement. And if you're someone who uses a cane or walker, that's okay. Movement doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to happen. Even shifting your weight, standing for 30 seconds, or rolling your shoulders can help. This is about protecting your future. Because when we stop moving, we start losing. But every small action today builds the strength you'll thank yourself for tomorrow. So here's a challenge. Stand up and move for just 1 minute right now. Then do it again an hour from now. Build a rhythm. Because your freedom isn't something to give up easily, it's something to move for. Let me know in the comments, how will you remind yourself to move every hour today? Practice 2. Rebuild strength in your legs. 1 step toward independence. Now that you've started moving every hour, let's talk about something even more specific and just as important. Your legs. These are the muscles that carry you through life. And yet they're often the first to weaken when we start moving less. That's why rebuilding leg strength is one of the most powerful things you can do to maintain your independence. Not just today, but years from now. I want to introduce you to Eleanor, a 69-year-old grandmother with a gentle spirit and a love for gardening. She used to spend hours tending to her flowers, crouching down to pull weeds or standing over flower beds in full bloom. But over the last year, she noticed that her knees ached more than usual. Getting up from a chair felt harder. Climbing the porch steps became a chore. She wasn't in pain all the time, but she had begun avoiding things she once loved. Not because she wanted to, but because her legs just didn't feel strong enough anymore. What many people don't realize is this: you don't have to lose strength as you age, but you do have to actively protect it. And the good news? You don't need a gym or intense workouts. You can rebuild leg strength at home, gently and safely. Start with chair squats, sitting down and standing up slowly while holding onto something sturdy. Or try leg lifts while seated to activate your lower muscles. If you're feeling more confident, add a resistance band around your thighs and do small side steps to wake up those stabilizing muscles. Even just standing at your kitchen counter and rising onto your toes for 10 seconds at a time can help retrain your balance and strengthen your calves. These tiny movements may seem simple, but when done consistently, they restore power. Not just to your legs, but to your confidence. Because here's the thing: strong legs mean freedom. The ability to walk without fear, get up without help, or take a trip without worrying about every step. It means feeling steady when you're out shopping or moving around the house. It means lowering your risk of falls, one of the biggest threats to independence in older adults. Eleanor began doing just 5 minutes of leg exercises each morning. At first, she was unsure, but over a few weeks, she noticed her knees didn't creak as much, and she felt more confident walking down the driveway to get the mail. The day she returned to her garden without dreading the stairs, she cried, not from pain, but from joy. Your legs are your foundation. Nurture them with care. You don't have to do everything at once. Just do something today, and tomorrow, and the next. What small leg movement will you try today? Share it in the comments. Your story might just encourage someone else to take that first step. Practice 3. Sleep with intention. Let your body heal while you rest. Now that we've talked about building strength in your legs, let's shift to something just as vital, yet often overlooked: sleep. Not just sleeping more, but sleeping with intention. You may have noticed that as you've gotten older, your sleep just doesn't feel the same. You might fall asleep fine, but wake up several times a night. Or you wake up in the morning still feeling tired, like your body didn't truly rest. That's what happened to Ruth, a 72-year-old widow who was once full of energy in the mornings. Lately, she found herself groggy, slow to get going, and snapping at her grandkids for no real reason. At first, she blamed stress, then age. But the truth was simpler. She wasn't sleeping well, and she wasn't giving sleep the attention it deserved. Sleep isn't just a break from the day. It's a biological miracle. During deep rest, your body repairs muscles, balances hormones, clears toxins from the brain, and restores your emotional balance. Poor sleep, on the other hand, can lead to memory problems, mood swings, weakened immunity, and even higher risk of chronic disease. So what does it mean to sleep with intention? It means creating habits that support deep, restful sleep, instead of hoping for the best when your head hits the pillow. Ruth began by dimming her lights an hour before bed. She swapped TV for soft music and made a ritual out of her nighttime routine. A warm bath, lavender lotion, and a few minutes of deep breathing helped her body understand it's time to rest. She also made her bedroom a sanctuary. No glowing screens, no piles of laundry, just a calm, quiet space that felt safe and soothing. Within a week, her sleep started to improve, and with it, her mornings felt lighter, more focused. Her energy came back, not all at once, but steadily. You can do this too. Try going to bed at the same time each night, even on weekends. Avoid caffeine after mid-afternoon and cut screen time an hour before bed. If your thoughts race when the lights go out, keep a notebook nearby and jot down what's on your mind. Let it live on the page, not in your head. And most importantly, give yourself permission to rest. So many older adults feel guilty about naps or think they need to be productive every moment. But sleep is productive. It's healing. It's essential. Ruth often says the best change she made wasn't a pill or a program. It was honoring her need to rest. And in doing so, she gave her body the strength to show up fully each day. How are you sleeping lately? If there's one thing you could do tonight to make sleep more peaceful, what would it be? Let me know in the comments. And let's rest, recharge, and rise stronger together. Practice 4. Hydrate to energize your body. The simple fix that changes everything. Once Ruth started sleeping better, her mornings became more peaceful, but something still felt off. Her energy would crash by midday. She chalked it up to age. But during a checkup, her doctor asked a simple question. How much water are you drinking? Ruth paused. Not much, she admitted. Maybe a cup with my pills and some tea in the afternoon. And that right there was the missing piece. Hydration is one of the most overlooked keys to energy, focus, and physical strength, especially as we age. The older we get, the less sensitive we become to thirst, meaning we often don't feel thirsty even when we're already dehydrated. That lack of awareness can lead to fatigue, dizziness, joint stiffness, constipation, headaches, and even confusion. Our bodies are made up of over 60% water. It fuels every cell, cushions joints, supports digestion, and regulates temperature. Yet so many older adults go through their day without enough of it, and they wonder why they feel drained. So Ruth made one simple change. She placed a water bottle on her kitchen table, right next to her morning routine. She made a habit of sipping slowly throughout the day, not chugging, not forcing, just sipping. By the end of the week, she felt clearer, more alert, and surprisingly lighter. Her digestion improved, so did her mood. You don't need to aim for gallons. Start with a goal of 6 to 8 cups per day. That could be water, herbal tea, or even water-rich foods like cucumbers, oranges, or watermelon. If plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon or a splash of mint. Small things help make the habit stick. Also, be mindful of what dehydrates you. Coffee, alcohol, and salty snacks can pull water from your body. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy them. Just balance them out with extra fluids. For many, even mild dehydration can feel like depression or fatigue. Before you reach for more coffee or think something's seriously wrong, ask yourself, have I had enough water today? And here's something most people don't realize. Hydration directly supports your muscles and joints. Without enough water, your muscles cramp more easily, and your joints lose the cushion they need to move smoothly. Drinking water isn't just about quenching thirst, it's about preserving your ability to move comfortably and live fully. Ruth often says now, water is my new best friend. I never realized something so simple could make such a big difference. So here's your reminder. Your energy might not be missing, it might just be thirsty. What's one thing you can do today to stay more hydrated? Maybe it's filling a pitcher, setting a timer, or carrying a small bottle with you. Whatever it is, take that step and give your body the fuel it's quietly been asking for. Practice 5, stretch with breath, calm your body, clear your mind. After Ruth began drinking more water each day, she noticed not only more energy but fewer aches. Her joints didn't feel as stiff in the morning, and her muscles seemed to respond better, but there was still a kind of tension she couldn't quite shake. Not in her body exactly, but in her mind. That restless feeling, the scattered thoughts, the moments where she felt disconnected from herself. That's when she discovered something gentle but deeply healing. Stretching combined with focused breathing. We often think of stretching as something we should do before or after exercise, but the truth is, intentional stretching paired with slow, mindful breathing can be a powerful daily reset, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Unlike intense workouts or long routines, this practice doesn't require equipment, space, or experience. Just you, a few minutes of quiet, and a willingness to listen to your body. Ruth began each morning with a simple ritual. Standing by her window, she'd take a deep breath in, raise her arms slowly above her head, then exhale as she brought them gently back down. She'd stretch her neck side to side, roll her shoulders, bend forward, and release any tension she was holding. all while focusing on her breath. Steady, smooth, slow. Within days, her body began to respond. The tightness she once ignored started to ease. But even more powerful was the way her mind settled. She felt calmer, more present, more grounded. Why does this work so well? Because when you stretch with intention and breathe deeply, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for rest, repair, and relaxation. Your heart rate slows, your stress hormones lower, your muscles loosen. You begin to move from a place of peace, not pressure. And here's the beauty. There's no right way to do it. You don't need to touch your toes or hold perfect form. Just find a few stretches that feel good, ones that gently open your chest, loosen your back, and release tension from your neck or hips. Pair those stretches with slow inhales and long exhales. That's it. Ruth now says her stretching time is sacred. It's the moment I give myself before the world gets loud, she told me. So whether you do it in the morning to start your day, in the afternoon to release tension, or before bed to wind down, these small stretches, supported by your breath, can help you feel more connected to your body and more in control of your emotions. It's a simple act of self-respect, a reminder that your body's not working against you. It's asking for your care. What part of your body feels tight today? Start there. One stretch, one breath, then another. Let me know in the comments. When was the last time you paused just to breathe and stretch? Your body will thank you for it. So there you have it. 5 simple yet powerful practices that can breathe new life into your body, mind, and spirit. You don't need extreme workouts or expensive routines to feel better. Sometimes the most profound changes come from the smallest, most intentional shifts. Moving every hour, rebuilding the strength in your legs, honoring your need for restful sleep, staying hydrated, and taking time to stretch and breathe. Each of these habits is like a building block. One by one, they create a stronger, steadier foundation for your health and independence. And the best part? You don't have to do them all at once. Just start with one, then another. Let them gently weave into your day in a way that feels natural and supportive. Because the truth is, aging isn't about decline. It's about adjusting, nurturing, and rediscovering what still works beautifully within you. You are not powerless. In fact, you have more control than you think. If Ruth and Daniel and Eleanor, all ordinary people just like you, could turn their routines around with small daily choices, so can you. Your body is always listening, so speak to it kindly, care for it consistently, and it will respond in ways that might surprise you. If this video helped you feel more hopeful and encouraged, please tap like and subscribe to Golden Minds so you never miss the inspiration and guidance you deserve. And tell us in the comments, which practice are you going to start today? You've already taken the first step just by being here. The next step is yours, and we're right here walking beside you.